Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, 22nd day of June, 9th day of Tammuz. Here we go. More summertime halachas for you. You know, when you go out in the bright sun, there are some people who have these glasses where the lenses change colors based on the sun. Some people call them photochromic glasses, but you know what I mean. Photo gray is what they used to call them. The idea is that the lenses tint when they are subjected to the sunlight. So you could think that that could be a problem of tzovea. You're not allowed to dye anything, any color in the middle of Shabbos, and your glasses are being dyed into a different color whenever they react to the sunlight. So Rav Moshe and many others seem to imply that you do not have to worry about it at all. You could wear those lenses that change colors on Shabbos, and it's not considered a problem at all. Now, what if the air conditioning is not on and you want to ask a non-Jew to turn on the air conditioning for you? So there's a lot of room to be lenient on that too, and that's because it's called a shvus de shvus, which basically means a rabbinic decree upon a rabbinic decree. First of all, if you're telling a non-Jew, it's not really a problem, it's only a rabbinic decree. And secondly, using electricity when you're in an uncomfortability is also only a rabbinic decree to not use the electricity. So when you combine those two together, I'm only telling a non-Jew, and I'm only reacting to using electricity in a case of anguish. So there are a lot of people who say that that's permissible, so you can hint to the non-Jew that you're schmoiling, boiling, and you need the air conditioning on, and he would be allowed to turn it on for you. That's what Rav Belsky says. If you are too cold and you want to hint that the non-Jew should turn off the air conditioning for you, there's Igros Moshe from Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal, who also says that it's okay. You can hint to a non-Jew to turn off the air conditioner for you if you're cold. An interesting sidebar is that this idea of having timers on our air conditioners and all kinds of stuff was really frowned upon by Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal. He only allowed it for lights and nothing else. And yet now the prevalent custom has become that most people are lenient on this, and we allow timers for air conditioners and other types of things throughout your house. That seems to be the prevalent custom. Mind you, if you want to have like your dishwasher go on its internal timer such that you just stack the dishes in your dishwasher, and in the middle of the sleep time, Friday night when everybody's sleeping, presto, your dishes just all clean in the morning, many rabbis are more strict about that. So if you do want to use elaborate timers on all kinds of the different devices that have them nowadays, please speak to your rabbi about the ins and outs about doing that. You know, most people are lenient on the idea of opening up a fridge on Shabbos, not really worried that it'll change the temperature and cause the fridge to go, the fridge motor to go back on. Most people are lenient, and they do allow the opening of refrigerator doors. So too, Rav Belsky says we would be allowed to use certain types of water, you know, the water fountains that cool the water, and so there seems to be room for permissibility on that too. You may want to speak to the particular rabbi of your shul. Sometimes here and there you'll see a certain rabbi saying don't use this water fountain on Shabbos. So do check. There is room to be lenient, but you'd have to check shul to shul based on the parameters of how that water fountain is working. Rav Belsky also allowed one to take one of those big bottles and stick it onto the water cooler if the previous one became empty in the middle of Shabbos, and he would allow that on Shabbos. Now, just one more word on fridges, and that is that the newer the fridge is these days, the more bells and whistles there are on it. And all kinds of things could happen when you open the door of a fridge these days. So if you do buy a new fridge, do check with competent halachic rabbis who know this stuff and ask them, I just bought this and this brand, this and this model number. Is there anything I need to know about this fridge? I'll turn off the lights, I'll flick that switch, I'll put it in Shabbos mode or whatever, because there are so many different things that all of our electronics do nowadays. You have to make certain that no bells and whistles are being activated when you open your fridge on Shabbos. Thanks for logging on, and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.